News. That's what the Secret Service's acting director hints as Ronald Rowe plans a news conference days after the second Trump assassination attempt. But his comments today will focus on the investigation into the first one at the shooting at the former president's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania in July, saying they are moving into the accountability phase. So far, 5 Secret Service agents have been placed on administrative duty over security failures at the rally.
The idea that our elections would be upended by an assassin's bullet would be so catastrophic to the country.
That's Republican Congressman Mike Lawler. The House will vote today on a bill he introduced to ensure the presidential candidates get the same level of protection as the president. Oprah held a Unite for America live stream for Vice President Harris with a lot of celebrities joining in.
I'm just smiling from ear to ear, Oprah. I have never felt this much joy and optimism in a campaign in a long time.
That's actor Bryan Cranston. The vice president touted her plans for the economy and spoke out for abortion rights and against some state bans.
Among everything that is wrong with these bans and what has happened in terms of the overturning of Roe v. Wade, it's a healthcare crisis.
Harris will speak out on that today in Georgia. She met last night with the family of a Georgia woman amid claims she died because of delayed treatment of abortion complications. Former President Trump addressed the Israeli-American Council, warning if he loses, Israel will cease to exist.
And the Jewish people would really have a lot to do with that if that happens, because at 40%, that means 60% of the people are voting for the enemy.
Hezbollah is retaliating to Israeli sabotage, the exploding pagers and walkie-talkies in Lebanon this week that killed dozens and injured thousands.
We've seen a massive barrage of rockets come out of Lebanon to communities in the north of Israel. The potential of a second front opening in this war seems to be closer.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Tel Aviv. Israel has also launched airstrikes in Lebanon targeting Hezbollah rocket launchers. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Sweet chocolate reward. Sweet chocolate reward.
This is not just the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat at Walgreens. This is the sound of someone picking up a sweet treat right after receiving all their vaccines in one trip. This is the sound of treating yourself, because you protected yourself.
Stop by or schedule both your flu and COVID-19 vaccines today and grab yourself a sweet treat while you're at it. Vaccines subject to availability. State, age, and health-related restrictions may apply.
The day after a Fox poll gave Vice President Harris a 2-point lead over former President Trump, another poll.
While nearly half of Republicans and 40% of independents said the most important factor motivating their vote this fall was high prices, Democrats were mostly motivated by abortion. Nearly 4 in 10 said that was their main motivating issue. 37% said stopping the opposition was their main motivator. When asked whose policies help or hurt more, a quarter said President Biden's policies helped them, compared with nearly half who said former President Trump's policies did. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
There's controversy in a race for governor.
North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson is vowing to stay in the race for governor after a CNN report detailed allegations of the Republican candidate using a porn site where he allegedly messaged users about peeping on women in locker rooms as a teenager and declared himself a black Nazi.
Those are not the words of Mark Robinson. You know my words. You know my character.
Robinson, in a message on X, denying the allegations. Some North Carolina lawmakers have expressed their concerns. Republican Senator Tom Tillis says, quote, "We must stay focused on races we can win, such as the presidential race in the key battleground state." In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down a bit. The day after huge gains put the Dow at a record high. On Thursday Night Football, the New York Jets beat the New England Patriots 24-3, but that's being overshadowed by this. On Spectrum Sportsnet LA, Ohtani hit 3 home runs, stole 2 bases, and drove in a Dodgers record 10 runs, leading LA past Miami to clinch a National League playoff berth. Now, Shohei Ohtani also became the first player ever with 50 homers and 50 steals in a season. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. No one hurt. It follows a house fire in Champaign. That blaze broke out on Wednesday into a single-family home in the 1600 block of Normandy Drive. The home was heavily damaged by that fire. The cause is under investigation. A Paxton man and teacher in an Iroquois County High School arrested for sharing child sexual abuse material. State police say they began to investigate 37-year-old Brett Sorensen after a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. After the initial investigation, an arrest warrant was issued for Sorensen. He's been placed on paid administrative leave. One of Champaign's deputy chiefs of police recently recognized with a prestigious award from the National Crime Stoppers organization at its annual conference last weekend. Crime Stoppers USA naming Deputy Chief Jeff Kuhn as its Coordinator of the Year. He is law enforcement coordinator of Champaign County Crime Stoppers, serving as a liaison between Crime Stoppers and law enforcement. That's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Well, there was like a rain, like I was getting wet rain, and then now it's kind of sunny and Solier. Let's rewind here. He said you're going to have a little rain here, and then a little bit there, and then you're not going to have
pop-up shower.
He had it just pounded. He had it A+, bud.
Yeah.
I mean, he did it again. That's the way it goes.
Thank you.
Get a meteorologist, graduates from 23rd ranked Northern Illinois. Look what happens. Boom. Boom.
There you go. Buffalo and Town and DeKalb will be there along with a few other 100,000.
I'm all in.
Whoever's turning up for that game.
I want the Huskies to win now, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You guys are in Lincoln and in Nebraska, and that's what are they? 22nd ranked? Right?
Yeah, and they've got a quarterback that wants to be Patrick Mahomes, and he's a freshman, and he's kind of good like that. So yeah, it'd be a tough deal. We're an underdog by 7.5. America's betting a little bit on the Illini. We were 8.5 beginning of the week. Meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Carl.
If you're a man, it's time for the talk. Discuss the pros and cons of prostate cancer screening with your provider at Carl Health, especially if you're at a higher risk. Go to carl.org for details.
Yeah, warm day in Lincoln, I know, and kind of be warm around here. What you seeing for our weekend, bud?
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything for everyone, and it should basically keep everyone in fairly good and happy spirits around here. Both if you're already outbound, maybe Lincoln, there'll be a hot one today out there at about 93, probably 85, 86 at kickoff out there. And there will be some overnight, well after the game, showers and thunderstorms, and they're going to see some significant cooling Sunday and significant rain there. And that rain system is coming our way with maybe an inch, maybe a little more in some spots, a little lesser in others, but some pretty good coverages. This is just maybe the little vanguard to a little more significant and secondary boundary that comes through Sunday, winds down on Monday. Yes, there's some cooler days, some wetter days then, but after that, we're back into this warm, dry, late September, almost hot early October around here. Don't need to worry or panic or push it with early harvest in mind. This too shall pass. Again, some moisture for the soils, and boy, we need it big time in the tropics too. Next week, Johnny's place over towards maybe Tampa or somewhere in that Big Bend area of Florida will need to be watched. 68 now at Willard and Savoy. Yeah, the dew points have come up. 63 at Rantoul. Yeah, right along the I-57 corridor and west from there. A couple of showers, even a rumble of thunder. Those were around this morning. A break, a lot of dry hours for the day, and maybe a stray shower thunderstorm late this afternoon to the east and south of Champaign. We'll see a high temperature today up around 88 with light wind down tonight to 64. No impact for weather on football for Friday night high school stuff tonight. Tomorrow, hot, humid here tomorrow and 92. Then showers and thunderstorms Sunday, a couple of showers Monday at 76 after upper 70s on Sunday, then highs in the 70s, nights in the 50s, far more comfortable weather Tuesday to Friday, and dry weather too next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Yep, 7 o'clock tonight, and here we go with Nebraska. Again, this is kind of like Kansas. It's a game Illinois generally doesn't win. Much harder on the road, obviously. There's full house in Lincoln. They are full believers, according to the guy that they had on yesterday on the drive. Derek and Long talked to the reporter, 24/7 Sports. And, they're all bought in. They think that the Huskers are pretty good. And so we'll see. They got a Patrick Mahomes kind of freshman quarterback. So there's that. Anyway, we'll see what happens. What the heck? Got nothing to lose. Unity High School is a game with a 5A football team in Tolona tonight. What? Playing a 5A football team. Unity is a 3A team, and they've got a running back that'll be on the field in Tolono. They got a running back for this team they're playing near St. Louis. I think it's a Catholic school. The kid's going to Oregon as a running back. Say what? Anyway, good luck to the Rockets. So hopefully they can compete. How about that? I think quite the tall order to play a 5A team with an Oregon running back recruit. It's crazy. Well, it's our friend John Pudner. How are you, sir? Nice to talk to you.
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure to call Milwaukee. And this man who escaped the swamp and decided for a semi-normal life. What are you doing? How come people would be involved in what you're doing, John?
Well, we've got started a new group this year, Wisconsin Faith and Freedom. So we're basically turning out faith-based voters at churches across Wisconsin, and they're doing it in other states too.
I understand that faith-based don't always vote. Is that right?
It's crazy. Almost half of people who go to conservative churches in Wisconsin, for example, did not vote.
Why? Why?
There's always been a sense in polling and focus groups that politics is a bit dirty, which I think we'd all agree with, but then they take it that extra step of, so I shouldn't be involved. So that's always the battle with, kind of your church-going conservative. It's just whether or not they show up to the polls.
Wow.
They generally vote overwhelmingly conservative if they do show up.
I was stunned to hear that stat. Well, good news, John Pudner. I think I understand Kamala Harris.
Oh, good. Please enlighten me.
I was the first person to be a woman Attorney General of California. I was the first woman to be elected District Attorney of San Francisco. I was the first person of color to be elected Attorney General of California. Whatever. First. Welcome to the Role Model Club. It's tough. Being a part of the Role Model Club means being in a room where sometimes you may be the only person who has had the experiences you've had.
Oh, it must be so hard to be you. Oh, my gosh. That was the crowd of people, John. There wasn't any reaction. First.
Oh, wow.
I mean, listen, I like to think I'm fairly slow to anger, but I really don't like pretentiousness. I think should be humbled on a knee in front of God, and we're just all here trying to do good, I hope. But my goodness, what a burden to be you. Wow. Just because you're in a room and nobody, isn't that startling to me? It's just like, and that's why I think she gets into those word salads, because she just wants to hear herself talk, because she's so eloquent. Because she's first, John. First. I can't take it. I can't take it, John. Can't take it. Help me.
Sounds like you're getting just as emotional about this, Stevie.
Yeah, right. I just don't know what to say. All right, so so where are we in the election, and what do you think happens here? We got a vice presidential debate that nobody really watches, but I guess we'll watch this one. But I don't know.
Yeah, we always about this time look at the trends. We kind of assume the way the polls are moving in each state will kind of continue through the election. And we just this morning breaking that down and putting it out. And if that happens, we did this in 2016 at the same time. Map came out almost the same. Then Trump would actually be about a point short in Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, which obviously states he doesn't want to lose, but she's got about a point edge if current trends continue. But ironically, that still gives Trump a 272 to 266 win, because the trend has him slightly pulling out North Carolina and Georgia, but also Wisconsin up here. We've had the biggest movement in the average. It was 3.4 points, Harris. It's down to 1.5, and that's by far the biggest movement of any state in the past month. And, so that continues, and it gets Wisconsin by 0.4 as well. So if you go trend lines, it's a 272 to 266 Trump right now, but boy, razor thin.
That's so close. And again, I wonder about all of this, John, because if somebody asks me, I'm not talking. I don't want to be on record about being for Donald Trump, right? I think there are people that are reticent, but what do they call them, the silent majority maybe? I don't know. I just think that what I'd love to see on election night, November 5, is all of a sudden Virginia is somehow going Trump, and then it's over. then it's over, because if something like that happens, he'll win more than we think. I don't know. I guess I'm looking at this thing, and I eat this stuff all the time. I mean, I'm way too into it, and I'm looking. Okay, Dwight David Eisenhower and Kamala Harris. I mean, really? There's just not a lot there. I mean, you see this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say the only other state, if there were just a big Trump night, Minnesota would be the next one. Now, if I were running campaigns, I still wouldn't put any money into Minnesota, Virginia, because if you win them, you won a landslide. I mean, you got to try to win these others. But Minnesota's the other one that's moved about as much as Wisconsin. It just started further apart. You know, it was like an 8-point race, and now it's closer than 6. So that's where I'd say if that trend continues, hey, Minnesota could be like a 4-point loss, but that would be your next outlier. You know, polling is still pretty accurate. You can always point to something being a couple points off, but you know they get really black marks if they miss by a lot. So there are a lot of BS polls a few months out because there's no accountability. But by the last month and a half, I mean, they've been ending up within a point or two. So I wouldn't expect any huge surprises.
But don't they oversample Democrats a lot, John?
Not really. You know, the thing is, at the end, early on, sometimes the liberal pollster will put out a poll that's favorable to them just to kind of build momentum for the candidate, 3 months out. But the last month, you really get judged on how accurate you are. So, for example, when Huffington Post was way off right till the end in 2016, I mean, they all got fired. They gave Trump a 2% chance to win, and they were all fired. So, in the end, they want to be right. You may see a bogus poll 2 months out, but we're in that period now where they're on the line, their jobs are on the line, and they're going to try to get it right the last month and a half.
Okay, we will see what happens. Always a pleasure to call you, John. We appreciate you. How can people connect with you?
Sure. They can go to WisconsinFFC.com. That's where you'll have a faith base. We have news from around the country, but yeah, WisconsinFFC.com is the easiest.
Brush, really appreciate your time, John. Thank you so much. ESPN 93.5. Shall I just get a Cardinal update and we'll move on?
You got it.
Here we go.
Last night at Busch Stadium, despite a 4-for-4 night and 2 RBIs for Brendan Donovan, Paul Goldschmidt scored 2 runs. The Pirates were 1 run better and turned the Cardinals back 3-2.
Another close game for the Cardinals. They did not come out on top yesterday, the 3-2 loss. Kind of a shame that Eric Fetty didn't pick up the win. When he left, he was the winning pitcher at the time. He pitched 6 solid innings trying to win his second game as a Cardinal, but the bullpen, which has been so strong for St. Louis, just couldn't hold that lead.
Andrew Kittredge gave up a home run, and then JoJo Romero walked a batter, Cruz. That turned into the winning run. And the shame of it, the walk came with 2 outs in the 8th.
And the Pirates, who were just 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position, got that 1 hit to score the game winner.
Nick Gonzalez drove in Cruz, and the Pirates won 3-2. With Majinski getting the win, Romero the loss. Chapman earned his 10th save. It's the Cardinals and the Guardians tonight at Busch Stadium. A 7:15 game. We're on the air at 6:20.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Okay, we had the Cubs over the Nationals 7-6, and it's a 120 start over on US 105.9. Illinois versus Nebraska.
Yeah, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. Yep. It's on national television, and they're favored by 7.5. And you know what? Go play the football game, and we'll see what happens. Right? You never know. You absolutely never know. So again, yeah, what will Jay Lehman be like Monday if Illinois beats Nebraska?
So cool.
And Nebraska's kind of bought into it, I guess. They really think that this is a really good football team. They really kind of wanted to go to a bowl. Nebraska hasn't been to a bowl since 2016. This is a team that used to win national championships. And under Tom Osborne, they were pretty dominant back in the 80s and 90s. So they are hungry. We will see. All right, your Fox Business is coming up next. ESPN 93.5 coming up on 7:19.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Home builder Lennar is expecting strong demand from home buyers in coming months and says lower interest rates will help. Its earnings topped estimates and its forecast is upbeat. Buyers responded to increased incentives, though the stock is losing ground this morning, down 2.5%. It's been making less on the homes it sells. Wall Street has been running up the stock, though, which rose 70% over the past year. Christmas in July is come and gone, and now we're already in the holiday shopping season. Barron says major retailers already have sales events scheduled from late September to the end of October. Holiday shopping still contributes a large portion of retailers' profit. Early sales are a response to signs shoppers will be spending cautiously. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jen Cosola, invested in you.
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course, listen to the quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
In a pinch and your drains are feeling the strain, who do you call? The plumbing pros, of course. At Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, they're your reliable partners in all things plumbing. From leaky faucets to clogged drains, they can get any problem you have cleaned up and taken care of. Their licensed plumbers are on call 24/7, ready to swoop in and save the day whenever a plumbing emergency strikes. Don't let a plumbing problem ruin your day. Call at 217-841-4728 or visit them online at dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Hey, could you tell me what aisle your car batteries are in?
Sure, I'll go grab one for you. Here's your battery. It might be expired, but oh well. Also, the brand isn't that great, but it should work for at least a year or two, maybe. Anyways, I went ahead and charged you for it, and here's the battery. Okay, have a great day.
What just happened?
Sometimes good things are hard to find, but they're worth the wait. Make the trip out to Interstate All Battery Center at 2504 North Mattis Avenue and get all of your battery needs taken care of by the trusted professionals. Give them a call today at 355-4855.
Pia's has Karaoke Fridays, the second and fourth Friday of the month after 9 p.m. Get into your weekend with $5 Crown Royal drinks plus $4 Fireball Friday shots. Tequila Tuesdays go south of the border with drink specials. And from 11 to 2, get lunch with a big taco for only $2.75. Wednesdays are wild with Mason jar drinks, and it's country night. Happy Thursday with $5 Jack drinks and $4 Happy Dad and Happy Thursday seltzers. Every day is a good day at Pia's.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Well, what do we got going on in Saturday night in Paxton, Illinois?
I love hearing Craig Morgan behind us as he's going to hit the stage for the Paxton Swine and Dine Festival. Leah Moore, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We are good. We're ready to go.
Yeah, you're all set, and this is a free show, right?
It is. The concert's free. The only thing you'd have to pay for is if you want to get close to the stage, we've got party pit passes.
That's right, and we did a bunch of giveaways over on our country station, US 105.9 for that. I've seen Craig Morgan before. It's very moving about his connection with the veterans and bringing people up, and it's just a fabulous show. I'm looking so forward to it. When does the music start, Leah?
The first act is going to be at 6 o'clock. That's Logan Allen. He's a recent graduate from St. Joe. He's going to do an acoustic set for us. And then after him, we'll have Scotty Hastings, which he's also a veteran. That's who Craig Morgan chose to bring this year, and I think he's going to do phenomenal. And then Craig will go on stage at 9 o'clock.
So where do I go? Where do I park, Leah?
Well, we have a map uptown showing basically Market Street. The main road in Paxton is going to be closed down with a few side streets, but there's tons of parking. I mean, it's right downtown, so any side street. After business is closed, you can park there. A lot of them are open until about 12 or 2. But yeah, pretty much anywhere you can find a spot, and just come on down and hang out with us.
All right, well.
Paxton Swine and Dine, and the vendors and the Kids Zone and things like that too?
Yeah, we have non-food vendors. We have 22 of them this year, which I'm super excited about. They open at 10 o'clock. We have 15 food vendors. They'll open at 11. And then we have a really great petting zoo and bounce houses, and those are free for the kids from 12 until 4.
Sounds like you just need to head to Paxton Saturday, tomorrow.
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Leah Moore, Paxton Swine and Dine. Hope it goes really well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Craig Morgan on stage tomorrow night. It's just an online search away to find out more details.
All right, ESPN 93.5. Brother Johnny will be up here in just a few moments. Got a few more clips I need to play today. Aaron Ammon's jumping on at 8:30 this morning. We'll talk to the county clerk about the upcoming election. And also joining Johnny will be the GOP chair, Dr. Susan Mantell. That's coming up as well.
Sounds good.
All right, 7:27. Be right back.
With that mean little freckle-faced kid who broke a window last week. Sweet Miss Betty likes to sing off-key in the pew behind me. That's what I love about...
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands, including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars, they're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com.
Find the look you love for less at Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Explore their wide selection of quality pieces, from cozy sofas to exquisite dining sets from all the top name brands. With personalized service and expert advice, their team makes finding the perfect piece effortless. Create the home of your dreams with Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Exceptional customer service and the best prices since 1959. Stop by today or visit them online at kelseyfurniture.com.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers, bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Yes, it is Friday, and again, we're all kind of circling around the Illini game. It is on a Friday, so you got your Saturday free, so you go to Swine and Dine because we got football tonight, really. 7 o'clock, it's Nebraska. The game started as Nebraska being an 8.5-point favorite, but now they're 7.5. That indicates that a lot of America betting on the Illini to take the points, meaning if Nebraska wins the bet, they have to beat us by more than 7.5, like 8.
Okay.
So we'll talk more about that here. Coming up, news next.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
Fighting Illini football is back in Champaign as they take on the Purdue Boilermakers in Memorial Stadium Saturday, October 12th. To celebrate Food and Ag Day, there will be a special petting zoo inside Grange Grove. It's also Youth Sports Day. Get tickets that include a special Fighting Illini youth jersey for all young athletes. These special ticket offers are limited, so get your tickets now for Illinois versus Purdue, Saturday, October 12th at fightingillini.com.
Fox News, MCJ Papa. In-person voting in Virginia for the November 5th presidential election begins this morning. It runs through Saturday, November 2nd. 13 electoral college votes at stake in the Commonwealth. The Republican has not won Virginia in a presidential election since George W. Bush in 2004. President Biden hosts his first cabinet meeting in nearly a year at the White House. Then he opens his Wilmington, Delaware home for the summit of the leaders of the Quad. That's the alliance with Australia, India, and Japan. Vice President Harris visits Georgia today and Wisconsin this evening. Israelis warned to avoid gathering together.
We've seen a massive barrage of rockets come out of Lebanon to communities in the north of Israel. And each day, the potential of a second front opening in this war seems to be closer.
That's Fox's Mike Tobin reporting from Tel Aviv. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A home was heavily damaged, but nobody hurt at a house fire in Champaign. It happened in the 1600 block of Normandy Drive at about 1 Wednesday. The fire had been reported by someone living in the single-family home. Despite efforts, the department said a neighboring home did sustain some damage. McKinley Center at the University of Illinois celebrating a major milestone with its students, its 100th anniversary. This milestone marks a century of being leaders in college student health around the country. The McKinley Health Center offers an extensive list of services from women's health to vaccinations to mental health therapy. Paxton man and teacher at an Iroquois County High School arrested for sharing child sexual abuse material. State police say they began to investigate 37-year-old Brent Sorensen after a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. After the investigation, an arrest warrant was issued for Sorensen. He's been placed on paid administrative leave. And that's what's happening on your Friday. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim Miller. We check your weather for your weekend. Kind of raining in downtown Fido with kind of dark skies off to the west. Let's check weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Take a Child Outside Week begins tomorrow, and you can celebrate with the Urbana Park District. They've got yard games, fishing, a bubble bonanza, and all kinds of hikes. You'll learn more later today in our show or urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Happy Friday with the first of a couple of boundaries on the move. This one weakening, more substantial one over the back end of the weekend. More significant rainfall, but no need to worry and panic about outdoor work and harvest operations. We need the moisture. Another big, broad window of opportunity expected around here the mid to late portions of next week and beyond. And another big warm-up in sight as well late next week and beyond. In the meantime, very warm days worth of weather today with a higher humidity and isolated shower thunderstorm around this morning and this afternoon. In between, partly sunny and 88, light wind. Stray shower this evening down to 64. Mostly sunny, hot for the day tomorrow at 92. And a light west-southwesterly wind becoming southerly. A shower thunderstorm in spots after midnight tomorrow night, low down to 66. A couple of rounds of showers and thunderstorms both morning and afternoon on Sunday into Sunday night as well. Highs at 79 degrees. Lingering couple of showers from Monday at 76. We're in the low to mid 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. Mid to upper 70s next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Well, thank you, Greg, and off we go. 7:34. It is Friday. It is September 20. Brother Johnny's down in New Orleans. Johnny?
Good morning, Stevie.
We have
September 20th. Things are moving on.
I'm telling you, 11 days till October. That means fall. Fall Sunday, actually. Okay, Dr. Susan Mantell. She's a medical doctor. She served in the Army almost 40 years. Darn near made general. If it wasn't for politics, maybe. Anyway, she's now the chair of the Republican Party in Champaign County.
Good morning.
You were just in Kuwait. How'd this all happen?
Just decided to get involved with the party.
Why?
Because our country needs leaders. So
Yeah, but it didn't have to be you. I mean,
Well-
nobody wants to get involved, and you did.
as you know, I feel like if you have any kind of ability, you should get involved.
Good for you. All right, Fall Festival for the GOP. What you got?
So October 5th from 11 to 3 at the Wells Family Farm in Sydney. We're going to have a family-focused event with a lot of games and activities. We're working to make this a free event. We are going to have gift cards for families that attend, as many as we can. We're going to do gift cards to local, either Meijer, Walmart type of facilities, so that they can buy groceries, or gas cards. We really want to focus, though, on building more membership in the party and just get people involved with the GOP.
Okay, and when is it?
It is October 5th.
So I go to what website to learn where the White Farm is?
Wells Farm.
Wells Farm is?
Champaign.gop, and it is just about a mile north of Sydney.
Easy peasy. All right, Johnny, you got involved as well back in the day when you made Louisiana a term limit state. That changed their future forever. So
Well-
kudos to Susan jumping in
No,
here.
it's true, and I really and Susan's right, and you don't have to do much. He keeps telling people I got term limits. What I did was I went to a state rep and said, we do need term limits, and I did start a little group that join up just so we can show how many people want term limits, and in a few months I had like 5,000 people with sent-in cards, and I said, write a bill. And I had to talk him into doing it, and then he kind of did the rest of it, but it went through, and it's made a lot of difference, Susan, and that was just really a little bit of involvement that really, after that, I hadn't done much. Part of that whole thing, Stevie, is when I ran for U.S. Senate, so I could rail about term limits. But after that, I haven't done that much. I just kind of hobnob, if you know what I mean, Susan. Just like hanging out with the gov.
Well, it's probably it went from 2/3 Democrat to 2/3 Republican, right?
Yeah, it's completely flipped.
So if we all just said let's if we all got term limits as our number one deal, the world would be changed, because America would be changed probably by 2050, 2045. Just say the guy's in, it doesn't affect you, so you can stay till you're 90. And then the new people coming in, it would just change America and the whole face of the thing if you actually had to go back and get your job back and
well,
just
it's
be a
also
career politician.
And Susan will tell you,